Welcome back, my dear students, for plus one English online class. And previous day we discussed its textual questions and some textual activities. In this video, we discussed remaining portion, that is some textual activities. Okay, next one, activity 3, that is character sketch. Pick out the word used by author to describe the character of Maggie. Establish the above points with the help of related evidence from the text and sketch the character of Maggie. Okay, see here some hints are there. You can look at that. See their appearance, 13 years old. Then anxious figure, large eyes, so on. Then attitude towards others, respectful, then caring, then qualities or traits, hardworking, disciplined, polite, then polite manners. Then your opinion about the girl. These are the main points given here, hints given. Based on this, using this, you have to prepare a character sketch of Maggie. Okay, you can see there is a model of character sketch. Maggie's full name is Alice Margaret Clifford. She is a young, English girl. She is 13 or 14 years old age. When we see her first, she is wearing poor clothes, showing she is very poor. Her hair hung in a heavy stream down her back. She had large eyes with a sad expression. She works in a shop close to the restaurant where she meets the writer. She goes to the restaurant only on Saturdays because Saturday is payday. Maggie is a hardworking girl. She lives with her old mother in a small house. Her only mother, Francis, is in the army and he is in India. She loves her brother very much and he too loves her. She loves her mother. She nurses her when she is sick. She is superstitious. That is why she believes in the story told by her brother, that by looking into the crystal ring one could see people who are far and what they are doing. If one thinks of them and looks into the ring carefully, she is very disciplined. She has polite manners and this is clearly shown in her behavior. Maggie is ambitious and she is not happy with her work in a shop. She says it is a mechanical job. She wants to do a job where her brain can be used. When she gets a better job, she will rent to a better house and take her mother there. It shows much she cares for her mother. When her mother is in a critical condition, she even asks Mr. Gupta to tell her mother a lie about her brother so that the mother feels better by hearing that her son is alive and well in India. Hearing that her son is alive and well in India. Maggie is very fine girl. She wants Mr. Gupta to go to the grave of her brother who is buried in India and gives 1 shilling to him. A shilling is a lot of money for a poor girl like her. To get that, she has to work hard for many days. Her action shows how much she loved her brother. Her sacrifice brings tears to the eyes of Mr. Gupta, and we too are moved to tears when we see such selfless love of a teenage girl for her dead brother. I can easily say that Maggie is a model for girls of her age. This is the model of a character sketch. Then next one, say activity 4. You can see the activity 4. Look at that. What is that? There is a web diagram. The following web diagram shows different types of stories. Add more types to each. Okay, story, fable, that is a fable story, then adventure story, anecdote, then folk tale, tale, fairy tale, then detective story and all. Then horror story. Then a myth is there, fiction is the type of literature. Okay, so tale means, what is tale? Tale is nothing but it is a form of ancient times. Folk tale means, what is that? Folk tale is a very old traditional story from a particular place. Then fable, a traditional short story that teaches a moral lesson. Fairy tale, a story about magic or fairy tales. Fiction, that is a type of literature. Then myth, that is nothing but it is a description of events and people. Then next question, here you can see there is which category. Okay, that you can write. Yes, next one. See, which category does the story, that is the price of flowers, belongs to? That is what? Nothing but it is a story. The price of flowers belongs to the category of anecdote. It is an interesting story about the real event. Okay, that is what? That is the story. That is the price of flowers. Okay, then next one, 5. Write up. I want work that I will make, that is use my head, brain work. How far can you relate this statement to your life? What kind of profession do you like? Why? Now ask you to prepare a write-up. Okay, there is a write-up. You can see there is a write-up here. Okay, a model of a write-up like this. You can go through it. Come on, first one, see. I also want work that will make me use my head. I want to do work that needs my brain, my thinking powers. I like to be a teacher, as teaching is supposed to be the noblest profession. A teacher always makes impressions on the minds of hundreds of students. He or she has to be intelligent and understanding so as to help the students learn. As students have different abilities, the teacher uses a variety of skills to constantly even and make the classroom an interesting place so as to encourage learning. Teachers are role models and many of them make a lasting impression on the lives of students. Teachers have to be smart as well as intuitive so as to understand the needs of their students. Teachers would be mind of the students. Therefore, nation building is ultimately in the hands of the teachers. Dr. Abdul Kalam said that no nation can rise above its teachers. The quality of a nation depends on the quality of its teachers. So I want to be a teacher and use my brain to develop the brain of my students. Then activity 6, can see. When I got that part of the country, I shall visit your brother's grave and write to you. A few weeks after the narrator's departure, Maggie receives a letter from him. What might be the content of the letter? Draft a letter assuming that you are the narrator. Yes. Okay, so you know that the format of letter there is, then address is needed, then salutation is needed, then content, then subscription. Okay, so here you can see Fort Monroe, Daragasigan, Northwest Frontier, India. Okay, 2nd January 1946. Then salutation, dear Maggie. Then content, look at that. I'm sorry that I could not write to you earlier because I was busy with the civil service training and the formalities connected with it. I hope you and your mother are fine. I am okay here. I am trying to cope with my new responsibilities. I went to Fort Monroe near Daragasigan to visit your brother's grave, as desired by you. I placed some beautiful rose flowers on his grave. When I was standing there, I thought of you and your mother and imagined how you must have felt when you heard about Frank's untimely death. I met 2 soldiers from the regiment to which Frank belonged, and they told me that a fine lad Frank was. They also told me that he often talked to them about you and your mother. In fact, he had brought bought some Indian clothes to give both of you when he returned home. But destiny sometimes plays cruel jokes. I feel extremely sorry that you lost such a fine brother and your mother, such a marvelous son. I pray for his soul. May his soul rest in peace. Please greet your mother on my behalf. The cake she gave me was delicious. I keep remembering you and I speak about to you, my friends. When I visit England next time, I will definitely come and see you people. With lots of love, yours lovingly, Gupta Narayan. Okay. So here, date, then address, pin number and all already given, then salutation, content, subscription. This is the way we have to write a letter. Maggie reads the letter. She cannot sleep for many days. Imagine that one day Mr. Gupta receives a call from her. What would she say? Discuss with your friend and prepare the likely conversation between them. Enact the scene by taking up different roles. So here is seventh one, that is role play. There is a conversation between both Gupta and Maggie. Okay, you can write. Come on, like that, there is a model. Maggie, hello, is that Mr. Gupta there? This is Maggie from England. Mr. Gupta, hello Maggie. How nice to hear from you. Maggie, I got your letter, Mr. Gupta. Thank you very much for taking the trouble of placing flowers on my brother's grave. My mother also wants to thank you. She said it was so good if you to do such a thing. Mr. Gupta, it was nothing. I realized how much you loved Frank. Sorry, Maggie, that you lost such a fine brother. Maggie, what can we do? Fate has been very cruel to us. My father dies and now my brother, leaving my poor mother and me to fend for ourselves. Mr. Gupta, Maggie, don't grieve. Life is like that. Remember, there are more miserable people than you in this world. Maggie, I understand that. This is how I console myself. Mother has become better and I am now regularly going to work. Mr. Gupta, good to hear that. Be cheerful and optimistic. By the way, do you play the violin often? Maggie, yes, I do. I am practicing a new number. When you come next time, I will play it for you. Mr. Gupta, very happy to hear that. Say hi to your mother and take care. Maggie, you too, Mr. Gupta. Bye for now. Okay, this is the model of conversation between Gupta and Maggie. The next one, review. You can see the review, critical review. Okay, review. Read the story, The Price of Flowers again and discuss the following with your friends. The theme, style of narration, language, impact of words and expressions, location, characterization, dialogues, the opening and the ending of the story. These are the main points. First of all, you have to write the theme, the main idea of the story, then style of narration, how to use the language by the writer, the impact of words and expressions, then location, characterization, then their dialogues, then opening and ending of the story. By using these points, you have to prepare a critical review. Okay, there is a model. See, The Price of Flower is an excellent story by Prabhat Kumar Mukhopadhyay. The main theme of the story is the love of a girl for her dead brother. There are also other themes like the hardships of the poor people, the dangers of war, unfulfilled desires and dreams of ordinary people, and superstitions. So these are the theme. Then continue. The style of narration has been very simple. The story is moved forward through the dialogue among the three main characters of the story, Maggie, her mother, and Mr. Gupta. Language used is lucid and easy to understand. The words and expressions used make a fine impact on our minds. The story takes place in London, but in the end, we see the narrator placing some flowers at the grave of Frank, the brother of Maggie, at Fort Monroe. characterization has been superb. The character of Maggie is drawn is an exemplary manner. The poor girl of 13 or 14 with her large, sad eyes, her hair streaming down her neck, wearing shabby clothes, living in an uncomfortable house with her old mother and working in a shop for small wages is portrayed exquisitely. She is poor that she eats her lunch only on Saturday, the payday. Her inquisitive nature, her ideas about India, her superstition, her love for her brother and mother, etc., are powerfully pictured. The dialogues are short and sweet. There are no lengthy and boring dialogues. The story is moved forward through apt dialogues. There is imagery in the story. No person with a compassionate heart can end reading the story without shedding a tear. Mukhopadhyay, through his Prize of Flowers, has proved that he is a fine storyteller. Okay. Yes. Robert Louis Stevenson also a fine storyteller. Okay, you can see that. Yes. Then next one, you can see another one. Reporting is the reporting. See, the following sentences are from the story, The Price of Flowers. Read them. Okay, she asked, are you an Indian? Yes. Excuse me, are you a vegetarian? Why do you ask that? I have heard that most Indians are vegetarians. How is that you know anything about India? My elder brother is in India. He is a soldier. That is here discussed in this case story. The very next day, the narrator told his friend about the girl and their conversation. Read and find out how he presented it. See, the girl asked me whether I was an Indian. That is the first sentence. Then I answered in the narrative, that is affirmative. Then she asked me politely if I was a vegetarian. I inquired why she asked that. She said that she had heard that most Indians were vegetarians. I further asked her how it was that she knew anything about India. She replied that her elder brother was in India and added that he was a soldier. Okay, so here you can see some sentences. Okay, we just read it. How I have heard that most Indians are vegetarians. How is it you know anything about India? So and so. Okay, these are the sentences are given. That also reported. Okay, that is already reported. That is changed into reported speech. You can also see that. Then here you can see differences. What differences do you notice between direct speech and reported speech? Discuss. Okay, here direct speech is there. Okay, when I talk about two persons directly, that is direct speech. When the third person that heard and he reported to any other person or third person or fourth person, that is reported speech. Okay, note one, that is one points are there, note one. If the reporting verb is in the simple present tense or present perfect, the tense in the direct speech can be retained. Example, it is said that the earth moves around the sun. Shakespeare has said that one may love and yet be a villain. Then two, the context of the conversation should be borne in mind while reporting it. The reporting verbs and adjectives may be selected accordingly. The convict, yes, I will lie down. Okay, you can see the reported form. The convict agreed that he would lie down. See. Now write the following sentences in reported speech. Come on, then he asked you to prepare the passage or sentences into reported speech. We have to change it into reported speech. Reported speech. See, the narrator asked the girl if he should call her Miss Clifford or Alice. She replied saying that she was not grown up. So here reported speech. The sentences are, can see, shall I call you Miss Clifford or Alice? I am not grown up yet. You may call me what you like. I am usually called Maggie. she laughed. Are you very anxious to grow up? Yes. Tell me why. When I grow up, I shall be paid more for my work, my mother is told. Is the work you do to your liking? No, the work is very mechanical. I want work that will make me use my head, brain work, like the work of a secretary. So this is the sentences given here. We have to change it into reported speech. Come on, you can change like this. See. Okay, its answer is, the narrator asked the girl if he should call her Miss Clifford or Alice. She replied saying that she was not grown up and he might call her what he liked. She laughingly added that she was usually called Maggie. The narrator then wanted to know if she was anxious to grow up. Her answer was yes. He then wanted to know why she wanted to grow up. He said that even she would be grown, she would be paid more for her work and her mother was old. The narrator wanted to know if the work she was doing was to her liking. She said she did not like the work as it was very mechanical. She wanted some work that needed the use of the brain. She wanted to be a secretary. Okay. These are the main activities that we discussed in this video. Okay, I think you got the idea about this activities. Okay, thank you.